The following contest is a submission match. On the way to the ring, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Matt Hardy. And the opponent, from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 380 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for? Oh! That went nowhere.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King. He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now. I don't use the word evil lightly, but that's what comes to mind when I see the delight Mark Henry takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
Evil's just a word that losers like you use to describe people who'll do whatever it takes to win. I think Henry would take that as a compliment. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out here on a stretcher.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the deep.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. There's the reversal. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR!
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people...
Watch out! He reversed it!
He's a slippery devil.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy.
Oh, boy. Someone's going to be singing soprano after this one.
I think the medical staff had better get the ice packs ready right now.
Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent has better watch out. Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact. I've been one of Matt Hardy's biggest supporters since the early days of his career, and it's great to see him in action here tonight.
Yeah, ever since he went to Smackdown, we haven't seen much of Matt Hardy, and you don't hear me complaining.
For the life of me, I'll never understand why Mark Henry resorts to such brutal tactics. He's already the world's strongest man. For goodness sakes, what's he got left to prove?
Listen.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well.
Matt Hardy has said it many times. He will not die. And we're seeing that determination here tonight.
Oh, I'm sure he won't die here tonight, JR. Being within an inch of his life, maybe.
Why do you have to be that way, King? Why can't you respect his tenacity?
Hey, Matt Hardy put his muscles where... Boy, talk about rubbing your opponent's nose in it.
And eyes, for that matter. That move can temporarily blind your opponent if they're not lucky.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker. I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that just goes to show that anything can happen in the WWE.
I think you hit the nail right on the head, King. And it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
One of the perks of being Mark Henry is that there aren't many people who can stop you from doing anything you want to do.
That's true. The world's strongest man is a terrifying human being, and he's capable of seriously injuring his opponents.
And that's supposed to be a bad thing? How many times do I have to say it? This is not ballet.
No one's saying that he is. But Mark Henry takes everything to do heights of viciousness. Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. Oh, you've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring. Now that is just about the last position you want to find yourself in.
JR, if you can think of a worse one, I'd love to hit.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. Look at that! He's busted wide open! This is great!
I don't know what's so great about watching a human being brutalized like this.
Come on, JR. You know this isn't ballet. I know these superstars want to keep going, but I don't know if they're going to be able to for much longer.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the WWE are the greatest athletes in the world. I cannot express how much admiration I have for Matt Hardy's never-say-die attitude.
And I can't express how sick I am of hearing him talk himself up and then choke in the ring.
I think you're selling him short, King. Yes, Matt Hardy has faced adversity. Yes, he's been beaten before. But by God, everyone who steps in the ring with him, oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick. There's no doubt in my mind that Mark Henry really is the world's strongest man. The power of this guy is absolutely incredible.
It's downright scary is what it is. We've seen Mark Henry absolutely destroy his opponents. And I hope we're not going to see more of the same here tonight.
Look, anyone who gets in the ring with Mark Henry knows exactly what to expect. And if they're dumb enough to do it, that's their problem.
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't. And that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay out of the ring whenever possible.
And if I had to put money on this match, JR, I'd say that Matt Hardy was headed for another beating.
How can you say that, King? Matt Hardy's a phenomenal superstar who's accomplished a great deal in his career, including multiple tag team championship runs.
Oh, sure. Well, anyone can look good if they've got a great partner backing them up. You ought to know that, JR.
I'm not so sure this one's a...
Oh, man! A ring rope right across the face!
And calling them ropes is a bit of a misnomer. They're actually steel cables. I can't even imagine the pain.
I think he's got some big plans, JR. Look at this!
And boy, we're big time with that twist of fate.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that.
I love watching Mark Henry wrestle. No one else in this business can take an opponent apart the way he can.
You say that like it's a good thing. I wish Henry would focus more on winning matches and less on ending careers.
I tell you, JR, this one has the potential to be a Match of the Year candidate.
No doubt about it, King. As far as I'm concerned, any WWE match
Rope break.
has that potential. Everyone on the roster is an accomplished wrestler. A textbook reversal there.
I think Matt Hardy should change his slogan from "I will not die" to "I cannot win."
King, why do you say things like that when 9 times out of 10, they just make you look like a fool in retrospect?
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's...
Oh, boy! Getting a ring rope across the eyes is not my idea of a good time, JR.
I don't think that's anyone's idea of a good time, King. The pain must be excruciating.
I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I bet my Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King. Tell you what, King, about the greatest athlete you'll find, and he's going up. This could backfire.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
If they haven't yet, I'm sure they're going to by the end of this match.
Well, I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. These superstars are going to tear each other apart.
That's exactly what the fans paid to see, King, and they're not going to go home disappointed. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You'll never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You've got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on Smackdown.
Not on Smackdown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live.
Now remember, kids, whatever you do, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. Even these trained professionals wind up pretty badly banged up after a match. What a reversal. Look at this, King. He just stole his opponent's finishing maneuver. The crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Mr. McMahon hear you say that, King, or you might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. I don't want to say that Mr. McMahon's cheap, JR, but I heard he won't even tip a canoe. I wonder how long these superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as they need to, King. And if they can't, they won't be having their arms raised after the match. That's for damn sure.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Oh my, he's bleeding! That's an unfortunate side effect of this very...
Here's your winner, Mark Henry.